Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. I'm Steven Silver, character designer and teacher, dedicated to helping you learn about the art industry and living up to your potential. Whippy! Alright, so before we get started on today's topic, I wanted to let you guys know about a workshop, full-day workshop I'm going to be doing in Irvine, October 19th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can sign up at the link right below here at silvertunes.com/workshops. Alright, so today I wanted to talk about another form of trial and error that you may go through, a frustration, and it's something that I go through. It's a frustrating aspect of something that I do, but it's just what I do. And I think what stops people from doing a lot of things sometimes is the fear or thought about how they may be perceived, how someone else is going to think about their question, how someone else is going to react to what they're asking them to do. And so they don't even try because you get that nervous little thing and you're like, oh man, if I ask that person to do that and they don't respond, what does it mean? And it can become a nerve-wracking thing, but I think you just have to do it. And it's something I'll do all the time, I might say. There's things that I'm always trying new things personally. So I want to just put things out there, and I'll come up with ideas, and I write things, and I email people, and I go, hey, I'm gonna see if I can get, if someone might find what I do interesting for their business or whatever it may be. Even if I'm reaching for freelance clients, because that's something myself. I just don't work in animation. I don't want to just work in animation. I don't want to just work for the studios designing characters. I like to just branch out, think of new things, new ways of doing things, and see what sticks. So I take a lot of risks. And it's not even that it's a risk so much as I take a lot of tries, because there's no real, sometimes the risk. The risk is that someone doesn't get back in touch with you. So what? Is that a risk? Is that the worst case scenario? Is that going to destroy everything in your life if something like that happens, that they're not going to respond to you now? And again, it happens all the time, and sometimes even with friends. I send them, I got ideas, and I send them a thing. Hey, I got this idea to do something like that, and all of a sudden you don't hear from them. You go, oh my God, do they not like me, or what's going on? But you gotta move on from that and just keep going. And I think that's a very important strategy in order just to see if something will work. Because when you put stuff out there and people respond or people react to it and they do like it, you're not going to know, right? You're not going to know if they're going to like the idea or not like an idea, whether it's a friend, whether it's a client, whether it's whoever it may be. You don't know. So what better chances do you have of just throwing it out there? Boom, 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 seeing what sort of like sticks in the realm, per se. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And to be okay with that. But I can guarantee you it works in numbers. So it's just like with drawing, with everything else, the more you do of anything, the better odds you have. The better odds I have of getting better at drawing hands if I draw hands more. My better odds are getting better at drawing life and motion and movement in people's bodies if I'm drawing people more. And again, with whatever you're doing with your artwork, if you're working out, every time you lift up that thing and that dumbbell and you're doing that, you're gonna keep getting better the more you sort of do it. There's gonna be a result. Something's gonna happen. If you don't do it, there's no results. And that's the bottom line. So what we're trying to attain, what we're trying to achieve, I feel, is results. We're trying to make this life as exciting as possible. I would hope that you're trying and that you come to the point where you're really getting into that inch by inch phase, where you're starting just throughout just the more you sort of meditate, or the more you're just practicing that form of meditation of just relaxing and just letting your body breathe a little bit more, and you breathe a little bit more, and you relax a little bit more, and just know that, hey man, step by step, inch by inch, I'm slowly working on these things. Oh, I just had another idea. Let me try that. Let me take a few minutes. I'm not going to spend hours and hours doing something if I'm not excited about it, number one. And also, I'm not going to spend hours and hours do something if I don't have some sort of strategy built up. Now, the thing that is, I believe, most effective to do when you're going to start hucking things out to people and emails and whatever and contacting people, well, make sure you're prepared with at least something to show them that, hey, this is what I'm thinking, or this is my website for you to review, or again, whatever. It could be 50 million situations, but you want to think beyond and you want to think long term. One of the things that I like to do when I'm thinking about creating something is I almost want to think about the last chapter of the book. I want to just go through it and go, what does that look like? Just at least give me some form of vision, some form of idea. Then I just start working backwards. Then it's just like, okay, that's the end result. My ideas, I'd love to have all this on that thing and doing this, and that's how I kind of see it. And now let me just go back to chapter 1 and go and start filling in the blanks along the way. And I find that to be one of the most productive ways for myself to achieve something. And I would suggest the same to you if that's something that you have trouble foreseeing, because this is what I feel stops people in their tracks. They get nervous, they get timid, they start to worry about first of all, what it looks like, but how people might react to it, so they don't even try. And again, you might lose friends. You might lose people. You might lose acquaintances who you thought were friends or acquaintances or good clients or good family members. You know, you may lose these people. But you just gotta move on. You gotta go inch by inch. Again, I gotta keep moving. I'm not gonna slow down just because someone didn't respond to me. And that's a very important thing. It's just like, it comes into the persistence when you start doing things. It's taking that initiative and not being afraid. And the minute you start to not be afraid of what other people think and how other people feel and how other people are going to react to you, I'm telling you, it opens up just doors of ideas, because you're just like, hey, I tried this. And it's almost a lot of times a naive approach. It's just like, I don't know. I didn't know any better. I'm just going to try. And I always love that saying, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Now, don't do nothing stupid, and don't like take someone's artwork and start selling it as your own. Someone's been doing that recently to me someone pointed out to me that someone was doing. And what it comes down to is, you know, you're not going to do stuff like that. Okay. It's just like, that's not the right thing to do. That's not the, I'm not even sure what my point was when I was sort of like getting into there. Again, that's on my head, just sort of like, rambles, and I might have to come back and cut this because I want to make that point. So my point was that you're not going to start doing something that's wrong in that sense and then just start asking for permission. Oh, I was printing your stuff because I wanted to print your stuff on my shirts and everything else, and now I'm just going to ask for forgiveness, you know, that someone has to chase you down. You're not going to do things like that. But my point really just being is just try things, just try stuff. And that's what you could do. Just if you got the idea, pursue it, try it, see what comes of it. Be prepared for if it goes down burning horribly wrong, you know. Be prepared if it starts to move you into a whole nother direction. That's what's going to happen. So I think these are very important things to think about, but that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, is the importance of just really trying and not being afraid. Don't worry about what other people may perceive of your idea, because it's just, to me, it's the wrong approach. You're just going to be making yourself unhappy, and we don't want to do that. All right, so that's it. Thanks a lot. A big shout out to all my Patreon fans and supporters. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys supporting me and me being able to show you a lot more process videos and doing the character designs of you. It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate that. And again, thanks you guys for watching. And if you're interested in the Level Up workshop coming October 19th, feel free to go to the site and list it below, silvertoons.com/workshops. All right, make it a great week. To subscribe to my mailing list and stay updated on future workshops and events, please go to my contact at silvertoons.com and simply hit join mailing list. Until the next time, make it a great week and thank you for listening.